What about the relationship between Mark and Coach Cullen? I mean, pretty dynamic.
Yeah, it was, it was like...
Coach Joe was a guy that, he was a guy that I've never been around a guy like Joe, really.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, Coach Cullen was a different type of breed of character.
That was talk about tough love. Coach Cullen is, at that time, oof.
It was an interesting relationship.
Mark reminds me a little of Cullen. Yeah, honestly.
They were made out of the same cloth.
It was like Coach Cullen and then Coach Cullen Jr. They were almost the same human being.
He and Mark were cut from the same cloth.
If you could put a older version of Mark, I mean, that's what Joe Cullen was.
They were Massachusetts guys. They were both defensive linemen. They were both high energy guys. They were both high effort guys. They were both told they couldn't do something, and they both did it. I think maybe Northeastern was the only other school to offer Mark Megna. Coach Reed offered Mark Megna. Boston University was going to offer Joe Cullen a partial scholarship. Jim Reed offered Joe Cullen a full scholarship. So it says it right there. They were one and the same.
And Joe was 150 miles an hour, 150 times a day. I mean, this guy, there was no bounds of his energy. I mean, it was just every snap he wanted to murder the guy in front of him. I mean, it was really something. And we had to control Joe, okay? Number 97, Coach, yeah. The official would come over, Coach, yeah, what do you want? 97 is sticking his hand in the center's throat every time. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, Joe, yeah, don't stick your hand in the center's throat. Oh, come on, Coach, that's but no. That's an illegal tactic. Okay, I won't do it anymore. Yeah, that type of thing. He's holding guys. God almighty, he was the highest active player I have ever coached in my life until we got Mark.
Let's go! Let's go!
You bust your tail and have great football character, and that's doing everything you possibly can to be as good as you can be, then I'll fight the GM, the head coach to keep you, the head coach at a major college to recruit you or to keep you or to play you. But if you don't work hard and don't work at your craft, then it's probably not going to work.
Mark developed Joe's personality. I mean, he want everything Mark did, he wanted to please Joe.
Mark played the game the way Joe played the game, but more importantly, the way Joe coached the game.
Cullen turned Mark into a beast. And almost like whatever Cullen threw at him, Mark could do.
At times, Joe could pull his chain.
He knew exactly how to push Mark's buttons.
He just knew how to motivate Mark. I don't know if Mark took it as motivation. It certainly seemed like it did, from my perspective.
Despite the fact that Mark Megna was a phenomenal self-motivator and an extremely hard worker, he would just push Mark's buttons.
He squeezed every ounce of potential out of every player that he got.
I think that he knew what he needed to do for Mark to make him the best possible player that he could be.
I don't think there could have been a better coach at a better time for Mark in Mark's life.
And I've coached some magnificent, high-energy players, but, none can compare to those two guys. I mean, they just can't.
He was the perfect coach for him.
Like, everyone has a coach that was tough, but even the players that I played with at Richmond and the ones I talked to in the NFL about Coach Joe Cullen, you cannot describe what he is, who he is, what playing for him is like.
There was nothing better than pregame Coach Cullen.
I can't, it's hard to even describe. Borderline nuts.
People were telling me, hey, get ready. And I was like, what are you talking about?
I think it was Jamie Game. It was like, man, watch out for Cullen. Like, just keep your head on the swivel, and that's all he said. I'm like, okay, that's a weird thing to say to somebody.
Put your helmet on. put your mouthpiece in, put your head down, stare at the carpet. And I'm like, what's gonna happen?
Boom! What was that? And music is blaring in my ears. Dad!
Like, oh my God.
These guys, it's like they have a knife to your mother's throat.
They're coming into your house with a knife. They're coming after your mother. Death. Destruction.
He's just screaming, death, destruction, famine.
Death, destruction, and famine. And I'm like, wow, really? I thought we were just playing football. Famine.
Murder. Red rum, murder.
I'm like, what in the hell is happening right now?
Flying off the handle, and they'd start kicking trash cans, throwing things.
And he'd work himself into such a lather that he would start throwing up. And he would grab one of the big industrial-sized trash cans and throw up in it.
Puking in garbage cans, you know, screaming and yelling, tearing his shirts.
And then he would start taking the trash cans and kicking them and throwing them around the locker room.
He takes trash and just chunks the trash can across the room.
Vomit. Poor kid, and everyone saw it coming. He's just like in his locker room, and all of a sudden it's just whoosh. It's just all over him.
They took somebody's Walkman back in the day and smashed it on the ground.
Everyone's looking at each other like, what is...
We haven't even gone out. I don't think one person's gone out for stretch yet, and he is in a full sweat.
And I'm like, I make eye contact with Jamie Game. I'm like, oh, head on the swivel. Got it, because I might get hit with a trash can.
And you can imagine the scene, right? Like right before the game. Like, thanks, coach. This is now we got to go out and play a game, and there's stuff everywhere.
Like, what's gonna happen next? You know what I mean?